Well, Cory is on location this morning at Willow Park Wines and Spirits, and maybe you're planning your menu for Thanksgiving weekend. You may want to plan some wine pairings as well. So, Cory, what kind of options do they have?
Well, we're going to start off with your white options, and one that's really, really cool too, a champagne. So we're going to get to that shortly. Diana's with us this morning. Whites, so what kind of things are we going to be pairing whites with?
Well, turkey's the classic, obviously. We've got Riesling here that it's so crisp and fresh. It's got bright notes of peach and citrus, and it's going to cut through those savory notes if you've got a very savory preparation of your turkey.
Okay.
And it's also going to go very well with your sweet sides, like your sweet potatoes and the sort of crazy marshmallow dishes that you sometimes have as
yes,
sides.
the ambrosia. You can't forget about the ambrosia. So that's a German Riesling. And then we're going to go to France for the next white. Which one is this?
So this is the Thomas Sancerre from the Loire Valley. It's a Sauvignon Blanc, and this one is going to be really great if you've done maybe a more fresh preparation of your turkey, something more lemony, or if you're having sides like beans and asparagus. This is the wine that's going to really complement those flavors.
Okay, and we're going a step up. Some people might not consider this, but maybe worth considering champagne for Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, what better time to have a bottle of champagne than Thanksgiving? This one is a blend, a classic Mumm blend of Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and Meunier. It's from 120 different crus in Champagne, so it really gives you the full gamut if it's a classic. And you can also use the champagne in the preparation of the turkey because the acidity really can help moisten the turkey. And
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a great way to prepare turkey. Keeps it nice and moist and delicious.
Okay, and so for people who maybe aren't familiar, Champagne, this is actually from the Champagne region.
It is, yeah. It's all sparkling wine is sparkling wine, but only champagne is champagne.
And if people are considering this, I do have to say you have an amazing deal on it right now.
Yeah, it's very, very good. And when are you going to get a bottle of champagne for $49.99?
Yeah, no kidding. So these are some of the pairings for your whites. Could you also have them with other cuts of meat as well?
Absolutely. Yeah, your ham or your whatever. I mean, maybe not so much with your beef, unless that's what you like. If you like your white wine with your beef, you got to have it.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much. And we're going to be doing some craft beers, also some red wine pairings coming up a little bit later on.
Well, Cory's out on location this morning at Willow Park Wines and Spirits. So, Cory, you've talked wine pairings already. What about people who are looking at a cold beer instead?
Oh, some great options for that, and a lot of local options. And the craft brewing industry has just blown up here in Alberta, and a lot of them are celebrating great anniversaries as well. Janice joins us this morning. Where should we start with our craft beer?
I think we'll start, well, let's go Blind Man, because they're the ones celebrating 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, located in Lacombe, Alberta.
Okay.
10 years, they've been doing a whole bunch, I think they had 10 days of events in August. Yeah, and this 24-2, which is unique, it's an English-style brown ale.
Okay.
And the horse in the 22 is actually named after the horses that are doing more traditional plowing of the barley.
Interesting.
Yeah, so they don't use any technology. They're plowing by hand, and so this is a tribute to the labor, or they call it the love of labor, or the labor of love.
Amazing. And then so that's Lacombe, and then we get into Edmonton.
Yeah, Edmonton. So it's Thanksgiving long weekend. Maybe you want something light, so we have a light lager Death Wave, which also comes in a non-alcoholic version.
Okay.
So you can, if you got to cook all day and you're thirsty, you don't necessarily have to feel the beer.
And the great thing about a lot of these breweries now here in Edmonton is that you can find them at Willow Park, like Bent Stick as well.
Bent Stick, yeah. So they're located on Happy Beer Street, which I hope most Edmontonians are aware of, down 99th. Lots of independent craft brewers in there. Bent Stick, they have partnered with Colombian Coffee, which is another Edmonton company.
Yeah.
This is called First Pull. So again, if you need to get that turkey going first thing in the morning, you could have a coffee amber ale.
Awesome. That's a way to do it.
Get your uppers and downers, as they like to call it.
For sure. And then maybe you want to go from maybe beer to maybe a cider. This Marty McDry is an awesome one.
So it's harvest, it's apple season. They're out of Canmore.
Okay.
Core Values. They do an excellent portfolio of ciders. Well, some of my favorite. This is a dry cider, so you're not going to get the sweetness of the apples, but really nice, refreshing dry cider.
Okay, and you have some really cool events coming up as well if people want to maybe learn about and try some craft beers.
Yeah, we do. Actually, we have a beer and chip event coming up in
Cool.
November. So we've partnered with Tesoro next door. We'll be pulling over some potato chips to pair with a bunch of local beers.
That is awesome. Thank you so much, Janice, and stick around. We're going to be pairing. We've done white wines. Now we're going to be doing some red wines next time we check in with Willow Park Wines and Spirits.
Morning. So, Cory, you've shown us great options for white wine, craft beer so far. So let's move on to the reds.
That's right. We've got to pair with some maybe with ham, or maybe you're doing something a little bit different. You've got some roast beef, some red meats for your Thanksgiving, and we've got the reds. Diana joins us. What are we going to start with here?
We're starting with L'Aigle. It's from the Languedoc in France. High altitude wine, so it's from 500-meter vineyards. It's a very elegant wine, svelte, silky fruit. You're going to get notes of black olive and black cherry, complementing really the richness of the meal, but also because Pinot Noir is a lighter grape, it's not as full-bodied as your Cabernet Sauvignons or the bigger grapes, but it's going to give you that bright acidity that's going to cut through the richness of the meal.
Okay. Now this next one, I have to say, the bottle is just pretty as well.
It really is. This is from the Santa Lucia Highlands, so this is about 365 meter in height, and these high altitude vineyards give you freshness to the fruit. They allow the grapes to ripen more slowly, and so you get more complexity with both of these wines. And this is the Bel Glas Las Alturas from Santa Lucia Highlands. You're going to have notes of, think boysenberry pie, plum, you know, blackberry jam, that kind of thing, and also notes of spice, a little bit of nutmeg maybe in there, soft leathery notes, and the herbaceousness that you get with Pinot Noir. Really, really great for your, even with turkey.
Yeah, and I'm going to say it again, but with this, the wax finish on it, it makes for a great gift as well.
Oh, it really does. And it's easy to open. It's got a little tab. You just take the top of the wax off there and open as usual. So.
Perfect. Okay, now this one is really cool as well. If you're thinking, that looks like a big bottle, it is a big bottle. This is a Magnum.
It really is. And, you know, you're going to need a Magnum. It's Thanksgiving. But this is known widely as the chicken wine. It's the Vie Ferme, the old farm. But it's a very bright, fresh rosé. Who doesn't want to show up with a Magnum to Thanksgiving dinner? I mean, it just makes you look like a hero. But this is going to have, again, the bright notes that you want to cut through the richness of the meal. It has notes maybe more of fresh roses, strawberry, those sort of brighter fruity notes. And again, it's a contrast to the richness of the meal. So you always want to have that contrast when you're pairing food and wine.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Diana. And
My
stick
pleasure.
around. We're going to be talking about casks in our last segment here coming up in a short bit. And we'll also be taking a look at your 5- and 10-day forecasts coming up.
Well, Cory's on location today at Willow Park Wines and Spirits. So, Cory, we've been talking about great options for wine and craft beer. What about something like sipping whiskey at the end of the meal?
Some great options for that, and some options that are just unique to Willow Park Wines and Spirits. This I didn't know you could do, which is really cool. It's pretty much having your own cask set aside and bottled just for you. Janice, why don't you explain how this is done?
Yeah, so Willow Park, again, has been open for 34 years. And the trusted experts and the management team go around the world and they buy up casks.
Wow, and you were just in Scotland checking out some of this.
I had the very fortunate, and I'm extremely grateful to go off to Scotland, and we were in a few of the distilleries, and at Lindores Abbey, which, if you can see the Lindores here, we actually tasted 6 different barrels.
Wow.
Across 6 different cherry casks, so they all had a different flavor to them, deciding whether or not we wanted a new cask to add to these Willow Park single cask portfolios.
Okay, so what are the 3 that we have here?
So we have the Glenallachie. So this is a 2011, so we're leaning into, oh my goodness, I can't even do math right now, 14, 15 years? Yeah. Which again is something we get to depict. If you can read on the bottle here, that we only had 662 bottles. This one for the Ben Rochmock, same thing. I think we only had 224 bottles.
Wow.
And then into the Dal, I'm going to butcher this name, I'm not Scottish. Again, very small bottling, so
Yeah,
180.
180.
180 bottles. So that's what makes this really unique is we buy a single cask, they bottle them for us, they label them with our brand, send them over, and then once we sell them, they're gone.
So that's it. So it's not like there's more coming your way. So this is just a very special, unique thing.
It is very unique. So if you're a collector and a fan of Willow Park or not a fan of Willow Park, these are extremely unique. Like I said, we get to kind of dictate how long we want them to be on the cask and when we decide to bottle them. And that's basically, then we really have a play in what comes in the bottle.
That is really cool, really unique as well. Yeah, I want to thank you so much. And if people are maybe planning their Thanksgiving dinners this weekend and are unsure of how to pair things with it, you guys have all the expert advice.
100%. And also leaning into the holiday season, these make great gifts. We have a Willow Park single cask tequila, we have some bourbons, we have some scotches, so lots of options.
Awesome. If you're looking for something unique, come on down to Willow Park Wines and Spirits. And yeah, just in time for the Thanksgiving weekend and ahead of Christmas as well.